Ladies and gentlemen, digital investors, welcome back to another video where we go over everything that is going on inside of the crypto space. We have some Cardano updates, some Stellar updates. I'm also going to show you guys a video clip along with breaking down this $3 trillion corporation going into crypto. So if you guys are frequent viewers of the show and you want to show some support, tap the like button. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Also remember to subscribe to my Crypto Clips channel. This is a new channel that I just started, trying to get it to 1,000 subscribers. And basically what I do here is I take the most important segments of the videos on our main channel, like the one you're watching now, and I post them here. So if you like short, to the point videos on specific crypto topics, this channel will probably be perfect for you. We're going to start on the news. However, we're going to take a look at the markets first. As of right now, we are seeing some green after yesterday's pullback and yesterday's blood. So we'll see if the momentum can keep up. But we have Bitcoin sitting at 57,000. Altcoins are also doing pretty well. Ethereum at $2,000, Binance Coin at 417. XRP looks like it wants to jump above $1 again, sitting at 98 cents. Polkadot at $40, Cardano at $1.22, and Litecoin at $224. Chainlink at number 10 for top cryptos at $32, and Theta sitting at $13. AGI is also moving up along with VeChain. We see VeChain at 11 cents. AGI, I believe, was about 45 cents, 44 cents. Even Holo has been on a run. Token hot at 2.3 cents. And for the most part, we are seeing a lot of green among the altcoins today. Our fear and greed index is in greed again at 73. And with that said, let's hop right into the news. So we have this $1 trillion corporation going crypto. US-based financial giant State Street aims to enter the crypto trading market in the middle of this year. State Street's trading platform CureNX, that was reportedly put for sale last year, partnered with London-based Pure Markets in order to develop a wholesale multi-custodial digital currency trading platform. Pure Markets said, adding that their partners intend to further explore the digital currency trading space. Pure Digital will be a fully automated, high-throughput, over-the-counter market for digital assets and cryptocurrency with physical delivery and bank custody. So it seems like you'll be able to exchange for cryptos and they'll also custody your cryptos. So basically they have bank features. According to them, institutional participants will trade on the platform utilizing bilateral credit, enabling efficient capital utilization and control for all trading participants. The Pure Digital trading platform will be the first of its kind, offering a wholesale interbank market for Tier 1 investment banks to trade Bitcoin and other digital assets. So that's pretty crazy, guys. Tier 1 investment banks coming into the Bitcoin and digital asset space. At least with this, they'll have the ability to. Pure Digital is in discussions with several other Tier 1 investment banks to use the platform, which will provide a high throughput OTC market for digital assets and cryptocurrencies with physical delivery and bank custody. Pretty insane. 2020, State Street had a US dollar worth of 3.47 trillion in assets under management, or 11% more than a year ago. So we're looking at a financial giant. Pretty interesting stuff, guys. Let me know what you think below. We have some stuff for Cardano. The Foundation unveils the first deployment of its supply chain solution with Swiss company Scantrust. This is some pretty interesting stuff, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of what VeChain is working on. So the Cardano Foundation announced the rollout of a supply chain traceability and anti-counterfeiting solution together with Swiss-based Scantrust. Okay, so right off that, right, you're kind of getting that VeChain idea. At least I did. The technical foundation is the metadata functionality introduced in December of 2020, which is now being used for commercial purposes for the first time. This is made possible by the development of an authentication and verification solution that allows the Cardano blockchain to be used as a public audit platform for securely recording supply chain data, validating product provenance, and verifying the companies involved in the supply chain. So say it's like you bought a product, you can scan this product, verify that it is authentic, verify the supply chain process of where it came from, and verify where you shipped it from, everything, right? And it would be all on the Cardano blockchain, which would then be perceived as the public audit system. Scantrust, which the Cardano Foundation partnered with at the World Economic Forum in January of 2020, plays a central role. Okay, pretty interesting stuff. The company provides a platform for connected goods and products that Fortune 500 companies and small to medium-sized enterprises in more than 168 countries around the world use as part of a digitization for brand protection, supply chain traceability, and consumer engagement. The joint Cardano and Scantrust solution enables brand owners to leverage the traceability and targeted data capabilities of Scantrust's physical secured QR codes, along with the speed and low cost of Cardano's blockchain for the supply chain traceability and anti-counterfeiting use cases. Okay, so not only do they get the benefit of being able to track and trace their products through these QR codes, verifying their authenticity, but it's also running on the Cardano blockchain, which is high speed and low cost. So see how this is benefiting from multiple angles. This is why cryptocurrencies are going to take over our financial world, because they are so much more efficient. They are frictionless. An initial proof of concept implementation was tested with Baya's Wine, which is a Georgian artisanal wine producer which exports its product to dozens of countries. For this, the application combines the patented process of Scantrust QR codes on Baya's wine bottles with metadata on the Cardano blockchain. Remarkably, the Cardano Foundation noted that the solution could be used in the future for more complex international supply chain issues. They say for Unilever, ExxonMobil, Remy Contra, DuPont, and Syngenta, among others. The Cardano metadata connector developed by the Cardano Foundation is a promising technology that has the potential to benefit such clients towards cutting costs, increasing operational efficiency and transparency in the supply chain tracking industry, and providing a basis for direct consumer engagement, the announcement said. And this is what the CEO of Scantrust said. By leveraging Scantrust's connected goods platform and a seamless integration with Cardano's transactional metadata, brand owners can provide consumers with transparent, easy access to the complete origin story of the product in their hands and enhance confidence in what they are buying. A key added benefit from an operational scalability perspective is that Cardano Foundation's metadata connector enables the use of the highly decentralized Cardano blockchain without high fees. This makes it well suited for high throughput supply chain tracking applications. Pretty crazy stuff, guys. And coming back to this, where the Cardano Foundation noted that the solution could be used for international supply chain issues like ExxonMobil, I mean, that brings a whole new realm of possibilities on what the market cap for something like this could be, right? And that kind of brings us perfectly into this article I found, where Cardano To Accelerate Significantly says Michaël van de Poppe, here are the crucial levels to watch. He gives a pretty crazy Cardano ADA prediction. But when you take news like this, you realize, hey, this could also really expand the market cap if this partnership works out well and the system starts to be adopted. But with that said, let's hop into this and let's see these price targets for Cardano, which are pretty bullish targets. Crypto trader Michaël van de Poppe is unveiling the price levels that he's watching in ADA in preparation for the smart contract platform's next bull run phase. In a new video, he says that the ADA USD pair, and this article will cover the ADA USD pair and the ADA BTC pair. So the ADA USD pair must hold a key level in order to sustain its strong uptrend. He says right now we do get some critical levels that we have to hold in general for Cardano, which is this entire region around 90 cents. We have higher highs, we have higher lows. So this is currently the $1.10 level, the critical level to hold on to. This is the obvious one. If that is lost, we can still assume that 90 cents is the next level, but that should be the low. Looking at the BTC denomination, Van de Poppe says that the ADA BTC pair is still consolidating, but it must hold a critical support area to ignite the next move up. He says as long as it stays above in this green zone, 1,780 sats, so we get an accumulation like this, it is ready for the next big move. As long as it does not break this level, and again, that's the 1,780 sat level, the USD value will not drop to 70 cents or lower. So you should be seeking for those entry points that I've just mentioned for Cardano. Okay, so those are his entries. Although both ADA USD and the ADA BTC pair are still in an accumulation phase, Van de Poppe believes that both pairs could be headed to the stratosphere. He says once it starts to run, I think it's going to accelerate significantly and pull another 2, 3, or 4x from here. And yes, the market cap is going to be way higher in this cycle than most of you are expecting. Before the current boom cycle expires, the trader predicts that Cardano has the potential to skyrocket to $20, representing gains of over 1,500% from its price of $1.24. So wow, guys, right? I mean, we are seeing some insanely bullish stuff for Cardano, and we will also be talking about Cardano and the ADA token on tomorrow's portfolio video, on my cryptocurrency portfolio video. Here, let me show you guys. For any of you who missed yesterday's video, yesterday I launched a Patreon, which is where I'm going to be sharing things like my crypto coin picks, undercover altcoins, deep dive research, things like that. And so tomorrow we're launching the first video. So right now, if you were to join, there is no content in it, but our first video will be up tomorrow, and that video is going to be on my top crypto picks, which is basically my cryptocurrency portfolio. That is going to be the first video that is published tomorrow. And then once that video is up, from there I'll be putting out probably every single week, doing a deep dive into each one of those top crypto picks and the top cryptos inside of my portfolio, and it will be a whole deep dive digging through the entire project so you guys can see, you know, the potential that it actually has, what are the fundamentals of the project, the deep dive research on it, why does it probably have staying power, what it's connected to, everything like that. I'll also be doing things like important breaking news on projects that don't really fit into the videos I do on YouTube, but for updates on things like coins like AGI, I will put any type of updates on AGI that you guys need to know inside of the group like this. I'll also be posting other crypto coins that I think have AGI type potential, things that I think are on that level and are still pretty under the radar and very barely talked about, which is personally, those are the coins I like. And you guys know I always say go for the coins and invest in the coins when they are boring. So I'm constantly looking for what is very boring in this space but has very strong fundamentals that I know eventually the rest of the space will catch on to, the rest of the space will realize. Because if you position yourself before the herd and before the masses, then you reap all of that financial gain. So if you guys want to check this out, maybe you want to join, again, keep in mind, if you join today, there's going to be no content in this. Our first video goes out tomorrow. But if you want to join, or I definitely would recommend reading up about what we're doing here. It'll also be a private community that will be attached to this. You guys can chat with like-minded people on a similar mission. I will leave the link in the description and you can go and check it out. We also have some crazy stuff for the Stellar Foundation and what's going on with XLM. We briefly touched on this yesterday. Yesterday's video, if you guys have not watched it, go give it a watch. We talk about, it's right here, it's a big win for Ripple, XRP, and Stellar XLM crazy smart city announcement. You guys have to go and watch it to see what Akon is doing in terms of developing a smart city that is going to run on the Stellar blockchain. It is really crazy, and this isn't the first city that you may have heard about. If you know what I'm talking about with this, he's doing a second city, okay? So not the first one that came out a year or two ago, but another city that he got granted. He got land given to him to do this. It's really crazy, so make sure you check that out. But there was also some outages yesterday with some validators, and now we're getting an update from the Stellar network. So the Stellar network and XLM holders experienced a shock yesterday when a bug was reported that forced Bitfinex to stop its withdrawals. The SDF engineering team was able to complete repair works on the Horizon Cluster API and SDF validators. Stellar's network remained online with support for some validators who were not affected by the failure and were able to process transactions on the blockchain without problems. The SDF stated that this is just the way a decentralized network is intended to work, and many of those validators continue to publish archives that keep track of ledger history and that allow the halted nodes to fill in gaps when they need to recover from downtime. Despite this, some exchanges like Bitfinex stopped withdrawals with XLM, and as reported by the CTO, SDF engineers managed to mitigate the failure by quickly bringing new validators and a new instance of Horizon back online. So they say, what was the cause of the Stellar network's problems? The precise reasons that produced the failure have not yet been determined. It may have been caused by a ledger or an operation on a specific ledger. According to the SDF, the majority of nodes in the network did not experience the failure, but some operated by this organization and by a wallet called Lobster. Because there is sufficient validator redundancy, the network continued to function as normal despite the temporary unavailability of SDF's infrastructure. While we realize this was inconvenient for organizations that rely on public network access, it also demonstrates that the Stellar network persists independent of SDF validators. The affected nodes sustained a downtime for around 10 hours. The failure was detected by the SDF's infrastructure monitoring operation. The team responded immediately. The organization emphasized that the network was not affected or stopped, that validators in sync managed to continue processing transactions in less than 5 seconds. However, they do clarify that some nodes, including those run by SDF and Lobster, ceased to process transactions for about 9 hours. If you access the network via one of the affected nodes, you are not able to access the network to submit transactions during that time. If, however, you rely on one of the many unaffected nodes, your network access continued unabated. During the failure, the history of some ledgers was lost, but the engineering team is working to reintegrate it with support from organizations within Tier 1. It is estimated that about 43 ledgers or 5 minutes of network history will need to be reinstated. Furthermore, the SDF reported that withdrawals on all exchange platforms have been reinstated. So, interesting stuff for the Stellar network. Let me know what you guys think about this and that whole thing that happened yesterday. And they also say, like they said, the trading has been reinstated. So for those of you guys who were affected by the trading and movement of XLM, are you guys now able to move your XLM? Let me know if any of you guys are having some personal experience with this in the comments below. And I want to show you guys this clip. This is pretty insane. This is tweeted out from the @Nixon Foundation on Twitter. And this is from Peter Thiel. If you guys don't know, Peter Thiel is the co-founder of PayPal. And one of the things he says in this video is, even though I'm a pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin maximalist person, I do wonder whether if at this point Bitcoin should also be thought of in part as a Chinese financial weapon against the US. I thought this was very, very interesting, so I'm going to let this play for you guys. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds, and it is definitely worth listening to, so check this out.
From China's point of view, they want to get, they don't like the U.S. having this reserve currency because it gives us, a lot of leverage over, Iranian oil supply chains and all sorts of things like that. They don't want the renminbi to become a reserve currency because then you have to open your capital account and you have to do all sorts of things that they really don't want to do. I think the euro, you could think of as, was in part a Chinese weapon against the dollar. It didn't. The last decade hasn't quite worked out that way, but that was, China would have liked to see 2 reserve currencies like the euro. And, even though I'm sort of a pro-crypto, pro-Bitcoin maximalist person, I do wonder whether at this point Bitcoin is also, should also be thought in part of as a Chinese financial weapon against the U.S., where it threatens fiat money, but it especially threatens the U.S. Dollar, and China wants to do things to weaken it. So it's sort of China is long Bitcoin, and perhaps from a geopolitical perspective, the U.S. should be a little bit be asking some tougher questions about exactly how that works. But some internal stable coin in China, that's not a real cryptocurrency. That's just that's just some sort of totalitarian measuring device.
Did you guys hear that? One of the things that really stood out to me was just him saying that China is long Bitcoin, and just on a geopolitical level, the US should be on alert because of that. That is pretty insane stuff coming from the PayPal co-founder, Peter Thiel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm sure we're going to have a wide array of opinions, but I look very much so forward to reading everything it is that you guys think about this entire situation. And with that said, guys, that is the video for today. If you did enjoy it, I would really appreciate you tapping the like, as it helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm to help show this video to more people. If you want to get updated on what's going on in these markets, I make videos like this daily going over Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything going on inside of the crypto space to try and keep you up to date as best as I can. Keep in mind that nothing we cover on this channel is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. My goal with this channel is to just cover the daily crypto news and document this crypto bull run. And with that said, I will see you all on the next video. Have a great day, everybody.